Didn't see you guys come in. Welcome to another week. Willie Clark's video world. I know some of my single-digit number of fans are sitting there going, Willie, you said you were going to release a video every single week, and now this is the second time that you've taken a week off in a row. But I've come here to tell you there's a very, if not the most important reason possible why I took last Tuesday off from recording. It was my birthday. Sorry for that cut. My memory card fell up. Video takes up a lot of space. Video takes up a lot of space. Anyways, so it's been 2 weeks now, so it's a little late for me to just go through and kind of break down all of the stuff that happened in the Nintendo Direct. However, I did want to talk about that this week. I didn't really dig ARMS when I played at the event in January. I do think, you know, the Noodle Girl, whatever her name is, that's an interesting idea. I like the Mummy character. They could do some fun stuff with it. I just don't think there's going to be the real depth of gameplay there that is going to be needed. There's another issue, and I'll get to that in a second. Anyways, Nintendo said, we're going to talk about ARMS, we're going to talk about Splatoon, don't get excited for anything else, and then had a whole bunch of other announcements in there. It was a better than I expected Direct, but I also had, seriously, my expectations, you know, floor low. And we did get one announcement that was probably made the whole thing worth it for me, which is that Monster Hunter Stories is coming to North America, and I didn't really think we'd see that at this point. I think Midna's got Charlie in the corner over there. No one puts Charlie in the corner. Had to do it. Anyways, Direct. So they showed stuff, you know, were there any really big showstoppers? No, but it's also really close to E3. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of big, you know, super announcements. We did get some Amiibo stuff. We finally got a look at the fabled 3, the Trinity Amiibo that we've been waiting forever for, which kind of casts the rumored Smash Brothers Switch port into doubt. But there's one thing I wanted to talk about. And that was something that was not mentioned, Cattail. That was something that was not mentioned in this Direct at all, and something that Nintendo still hasn't outlined for a system that's out already, and it's online. Nintendo has never had a great history with online, and with the Switch, there's for the very first time switching to paid online. Here's the problem. The Switch is out already. It's selling really well. It's been out for over a month, almost 2 months at this point. We still don't know how its online is going to work. We still don't know about its virtual console system. We still don't know about transferring games. We still don't know about accounts, really. We know nothing about its online interactions with players. We know that somehow it's going to use an app, which is weird, for voice chat, but there's still a lot of confusion. People are convinced that it's somehow going to also use voice chat outside of the app. I'm not convinced of that at all. I think they've been pretty clear as Nintendo's going to be about the fact that it's only going to be supported within the app, and you're going to need the app to do voice chat. But that's a whole other thing. But the fact that here we are, 2 months after console's release, and we still don't know how its online is going to work is absolutely crazy. And if you look at it, you know, you can go on the website and they give you a breakdown of how some of the features and stuff that the online is going to have. But then it says at the bottom, in very, very small print, that, you know, not all games are going to require online. You know, this Direct was focused on ARMS, which is apparently going to have an online multiplayer, but if it's coming out this soon, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up getting scrapped. Because if memory serves me correctly, they said they were looking into doing online for it. But ARMS, Mario Kart, which comes out this week, and Splatoon. All really big online titles, and especially for Splatoon, like, voice chat's a big deal for that. These games are all coming out before we know if, A, any of them are even going to work with a new online, if, once the actual paid online rolls out, if we're going to have to pay for it for those games, or B, if they won't use it at all, and if they don't, will that mean that they don't have access to some of these features? Now, I do believe, specifically with Splatoon, in some of the weird, like, reports that they've done, it's coming back to me now. So coming, that's a Meatloaf song too, isn't it? That, you know, they said that Splatoon will work with the app, which means you're probably, if I'm reading this correctly, you probably would have to pay for Splatoon. But what about Mario Kart? Mario Kart, you know, was an older Wii U game. Are they not going to bother? Are they going to leave Mario Kart free and not give it any of the new online features you get with the Switch? These are questions. These are a lot of important questions in playing video games in 2017, and these are not questions we should still have 2 months after a console comes out. I wasn't expecting, or maybe I was hoping, but I didn't think we'd actually hear Nintendo detail any of these things. But I just wish that, and I mean, you guys know, Nintendo is my thing. Nintendo is the company I do most of my working on. I'm absolutely a Nintendo fanboy. But I think it's ridiculous that most people are kind of letting Nintendo pass on some of these things, you know? This is not how a console launch should go. And now the Switch is selling so well, and Nintendo's going to sit there and go, well, shit, why did we bother trying and release consoles that had all of these features when we could have just released half-finished ones and Zelda? That's what we're going to see forever. So anyways, and this is a whole other ball of wax, but we can like things and still want them to be better. We can want things and still hold them to a higher standard. And I think that in 2017, for video game console, for us to still not know anything about its online like this is crazy, and that's kind of been shuffled, you know, lost in the shuffle of all the other Switch stuff going on. So will we hear about it soon? My guess is E3 at this point, which, you know, at that point is pretty far away from the console actually coming out for us to be finding out about its online, how it works, the apps, how much it costs, all of that stuff, you know, and what games it'll work with. But that's I guess where we're at. I didn't really think we'd be having this conversation after the console came out, but here we are. Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. What do you expect to see from the Switches Online? What do you want to see from the Switches Online? How much would you pay for it? Are you even going to be willing to pay for it? You know, this is a big, paid online is a big jump for Nintendo. So let me know in the comments below. Little quicker this week. I'm getting more succinct. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good rest of your week. We'll be back next week for more awesome stuff. Till then, peace.